What the hell is Rocksteady up to? It's been a little over half a year since Rocksteady Games released the final Suicide Squad update, or really has done anything publicly outside of a single tweet talking about the 10-year anniversary of Arkham Knight, which just begs the question, what have they been doing for the last year? If you didn't know, Suicide Squad updates were incredibly lackluster, seemingly reusing content from the base game, and according to the grapevine, or whatever the saying is, they were supposedly completed before the game even came out, which makes a lot of sense seeing as each update consisted of one new playable character, a new very small map that contained almost exactly the same missions from every previous update, which was really fun. It was really fun to do the same missions over and over again, except, oh, look, it's Jokerified now. Oh, God, I hated that. Or in the clip that you're currently seeing, it's the exact same as the Joker map, but it's frozen now. The worst part was that each new update would bring a new Brainiac boss fight where he would seemingly be incorporating new powers every time from the Justice League members, but after a while, he just started reusing the same three members, being Superman, The Flash, and Green Lantern. He never moved on to Batman or Wonder Woman. I don't know whether or not this is thanks to Batman being a human and not having superpowers to copy, or if it was somehow distasteful to the late Kevin Conroy, or I don't know. I don't get why Wonder Woman wasn't either, except maybe because she wasn't captured and cloned. But we'll never know. What we do know is that this made the boss fights so goddamn repetitive. Brainiac had barely any new lines of dialogue and literally consisted of stealing the attacks from the base game bosses. He changed his model a little bit. He was a little bit of a purple Flash and a purple Superman. Oh man. After about the third Brainiac fight, I think everyone could tell the game was being run off a skeleton crew using absolutely whatever content they had lying around already finished for the game. This really does make me wonder just how much the rumors that everything at DC hinges on James Gunn's Superman movie, and obviously I feel like the Batman 2 is a part of that, especially seeing as the script was finally finished and is supposedly going to start filming like early 2026, I think. Google says late 2025, whatever. But if they don't do well, is WB gonna actually consider selling DC? Or are they just gonna stop movies? Are they also gonna can all their video game ideas? After the horrendous flop that was Suicide Squad, and after, what was his name? The guy from Rocksteady. Sefton Hill. After Sefton Hill left, I could see where they'd be like, they'd kind of be in the same mindset that a lot of us are in, and I'm kind of there too about doubting the current talent at Rocksteady, which is sad because Suicide Squad had decent gameplay there for all of 20 minutes until you realized that it was going to be the same game for the next, 30 hours or whatever. And the game was really pretty. It would be really tough to say that there's no talent there, because that's just seemingly untrue. But $200 million is a lot of money to lose, dude. I mean, we already canned the people that made Multiverses, which is one of the most successful WB games in the last, decade. Well, it was until they completely fucking ruined it, but that's beside the point. I've already yapped about that more than enough. They also canned the people who made the Shadow of Middle-earth games. Those were some of the most critically acclaimed single-player games that I think I've, literally ever heard of. They were also working on a Wonder Woman game, which was supposedly in development hell for a really long time, but I don't care, bro. You had one of the supposedly greatest devs of all time working on a property that would have done pretty damn well. People like Wonder Woman. Couldn't possibly give them more time, though. Gotta can it. Canning the people that made us lose $200 million and supposedly might be missing a lot of the talented individuals that made the original Arkham games. And lost $200 million, I could see them making that decision, especially with their past track record, bro. Saying this all out loud kind of makes me really happy that we didn't see Rocksteady alongside Player First Games and Monolith when they got destroyed by WB. I'm kind of shocked. They got rid of studios that made them a shit ton of money and didn't get rid of the people that made Suicide Squad. That's wild. I hope we don't see something about them getting eradicated from existence in the future, though. It's been said that the higher-ups at Warner Brothers are planning on having their game development teams focus more on Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Mortal Kombat, and DC Comics, But after the great experience that was Arkham Shadow, I could totally see them being like, well, if Camouflage, a completely third-party, unrelated studio that has nothing to do with the original development of the Arkham games, can make this that was incredibly successful and sold VR headsets probably to tens of thousands of Arkham fans who have been just dying for a new game in the last decade, then why would they keep the people that made Suicide Squad around? Although I still wonder if Arkham Shadow 2 is going to be in some sort of trouble, because they literally just canceled, supposedly, I think this is an allegedly sort of situation, put in Minecraft after everything I'm about to say. I think it was a leak. The MetaQuest 4 was allegedly, supposedly shelved for another MetaQuest 3 version that focuses on augmented reality. So does that mean that the highly speculated Arkham City scaled sequel to Shadow could be in danger already? I don't think it's officially been said that they could do something Arkham City scale. I can't recall if that was something Ryan Payton had said in a Q&A or not, but I do know that it's been highly speculated on that it totally is feasible on a modern day Meta headset, right? But I assume if the developers were developing for a MetaQuest 4, that kind of changes things if suddenly the improved processing power and all that good stuff just gets flushed down the toilet because they want to sell augmented reality for some reason. If I wanted augmented reality from Meta, I'd just go like get the freaking glasses they have, but I don't know. I also think the augmented reality on my Quest 3S is like cool and just fine. I mean, it kind of makes me feel like Tony Stark. It's cool, but like, do they really need to improve it in anything that isn't just a OS update, like a software update, you know? Who knows? Maybe the devs at Camouflage already are like, 10 light years ahead of us in knowledge about what meta headsets are coming next, because they were already making an augmented reality mode for Arkham Shadow, if I recall correctly, and it never came out. I wonder if they just decided to save it for the sequel because they already knew the MetaQuest 3 AR or whatever is going to come out, and they're going to, use that as a selling point for the next Arkham Shadow game, whatever it's called. Arkham Shadow 2 Electric Boogaloo has been my go-to name. I don't see a world in which both of these games, maybe the Rocksteady game, which once again would be sad. It would be incredibly sad to watch all of the talented people that were wasted on Suicide Squad have to absolutely have their careers ruined because of one misstep by something out of their control entirely. After Shadow sold 1 million+ copies though, and I'm sure much of that was just the inclusion of it with the MetaQuest 3, I can't see a world where they don't attempt to use that to sell the next headset. So maybe they've known. Maybe they're light years ahead of our leaks. When it comes to that Rocksteady game, I don't want to rush them. But after all the canceled Batman projects that had happened in between Arkham Knight and Arkham Shadow, I want to know something, right? Like I want something more than just dude on Reddit says, "Oh yeah, they're making an Arkham Asylum remake." I feel like we need more than that. Otherwise, what is it going to be, like 1/5, 1/10, 1/20th of the fan base looking forward to Arkham Shadow 2? And then all the console players who have been begging and pleading ever since they announced Arkham Shadow are just gonna, get nothing? Like, we're gonna not appease a massive fan base? That seems like a tiny brain move. I don't know. I guess it feels obvious that they're making a Batman game, right? Like, I feel like we all know that they're making a Batman game, but to what extent, to what it is, to even know if it'll even come out, man, we just don't know. We just don't know, and it's so painful. It's so painful to be an Arkham fan right now. I just hope that in like a year or two, Arkham fans are just like eating good. Well, hopefully better than Insomniac fans after them getting spread so thin and making 6 games. And like, does Insomniac have more canceled games in the last like 5 years than DC has in the last like 10? That's got to be true. Someday we'll see something about Wolverine though. Thanks for listening to me yap about the current state of the Arkham-verse, because I mean, the Suicide Squad already made it a mess, but dear God, man, I'm so frightened for Rocksteady's future. I really, really, really hope the people there get to make a Batman game, and I hope it releases to the public. That's the too long didn't watch of this video. If you did watch, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in, I don't know, sometime in the future. I hope you should like and subscribe and make sure that you get to watch my stuff in the future. Whoa, call to action. Do that. Do the thing. Click the big red button. It's lighting up right now because I said subscribe. Yeah, it's so funny. All right, bye.